Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach, and I'm back. Finally, I'm back in town. I even did a bit of a life update last week and didn't get time / didn't have internet to upload it, so hopefully you guys have been patient. I appreciate it. We'll start with the old life update once I clear my throat. I do have a bit of a house happening, which is good. Just renting a place up in Ballarat, which is good to see, albeit I'm literally a man with a roof over his head, and that's about it. Got no bed, got no fridge. It's fair to say there's not too many fancy dinners happening around at Shorty's at the moment, but we'll build on that. Like a good SuperCoach side, you start with some pretty rough rookie players, and hopefully in a few weeks we've got a few more premiums. At least a bed would be nice. But look, that's it helps. It gives me a bit of a starting point, which I've talked about on this before, which helps. One thing, I'm still working through getting internet to the place, so therefore I have to be down in Geelong to get some podcasts happening, which will have them a little spasmodic at times. But yeah, last week was just ridiculously busy, being up and down and, bringing stuff up from Geelong to fill the house and sorting out things, paperwork left, right and centre. So good to finally be starting to get some actual grounding happening, which is great. But that's enough about me. I just thought I'd update you and apologise for no videos last week, but that should be most definitely a rarity, and consistency should surely start to come my way. Which it did so in my SuperCoach side. I scored 2,521. Last week I think it was about 2,220 odd, and I fell back to about the 21,000 mark, I think. So therefore, as you can see, I've risen about 3,000 spots, which is good. So yeah, maybe starting to move back up, which was nice. But it was a fantastic score. I was really happy with it, absolutely pumped, and I'll move over to my side. And as you can see, it was just a real consistent effort. No one really scored badly. My lowest score was 72 from Libba, who did that midway through the second, and even Sam Reed managed to dish up 74, which was handy. So yeah, look, Shaw delivered, Simpson was okay, Bartel was good, Birchall great, as was Rich. Laird decent, McVeigh was on my bench, and that turned out to be okay. Dangerfield good, double that. Pendles likewise. Selwood quiet but not too bad. Hanbury did what I had hoped he did last week and delivered on that trade. Pritters good. Shield continues to just notch over 100. Gray went bang, and I touched on Libba. Performances were good from Gawn and Goldstein, which was good to see. Very convincing and common ruck duo. Martin, Zorko, Franklin, Montagna and Wells all floating between 92 and 101, so consistent. And as I said, Sam Reed there with the 74, and Deledio will hopefully come back this week, but we'll see how we go. Struggling here with the old voice, aren't I? But we'll have a look at some leagues. I think it's fair that I touch on them at some stage, especially after a couple of weeks without doing it. So we'll start with the SuperCoach HQ League. I, of course, missed the final, so I think I was down around 14th, but struggled to pull it back from that good start, despite having a win over a decent side on the weekend. But Declan will play Shorty there in the 1v4, and in the other qualifying final, you'll see Pinadu versus Jesse. Second versus third there. Knockout finals are Josh and Jesse, and then we have James versus Luke. So I'll probably keep some tabs on that, but probably more so talk about SuperCoach itself, going through to some of the Shorty SuperCoach leagues. We'll just let this load here. Let them load. Even when I have internet, it's as slow as all hell. But where are we? Where's number one? I'm working on it, guys. We'll start with number two, since the other one's not loading. And look, we got Wes On top will play Tyler, did very nicely there. The other qualifier will be Dion versus Michael, so it's big D's and baggers. The other one was Class on the Grass versus Drop Bears. And then the eliminations, Masters FC versus Celtic Power, Graham v Sebastian there. The Hooligans versus Is There Any Other Something? It's cut off what I can't see. Let's have a look. Is There Any Danger? Quality name. So that's, yeah, knockout final, of course, Ryan versus Lockie. And then we'll move on to the second one. No, that was the second one. Move on to the third one, which I managed to finish on top. Gee whiz, something must have gone right there. I'll play Thomas, who's coaching the Golden Somethings. Oh, this is an average video. The Golden Flames, God. Why can't I just hover my mouse over it and it tell me the damn team? Anyway, I'm just going to read out the actual people's names. You know who you are. Leonardo and Tommy rounds out the other qualifying final, second versus third. Then in the 5th V8, we have Brody versus Locke. Then the other knockout, we have Josh versus Lachlan. So, you know, some crucial knockout matches there. In the first one, we have Cam versus this bloke's name's getting blanked out, but he's Psycho someone. Then in the other one, we've got William v Craig. And then in the eliminations, Victor versus Shane, Hugh versus Thomas in the other one. So, yeah, some really interesting times. Now, of course, it's finals time. You really want your side to be nicely finalised and, you know, smacking premiums left, right and centre, which I think most of us will have by now. I'll certainly touch on what to do with Libber in the weekend preview. My initial thought process will be probably his teammate, Luke Dullhouse. I think he'll be at a beautiful price. But otherwise, it's good to be back. It's been a hectic week or so, and I'm still sort of moulding into it and getting used to just being here, there and everywhere. And hopefully you guys still listen in and have a bit to say. That's always good as well. I'll endeavour to have a look at a few comments as always. But yeah, thanks for being patient as well. It's been a little ironic that when I've started a YouTube channel, it's coincided with me getting a full-time job. But you know, I'm not complaining about that. I've still held fairly strong with the subscribers, which is good. And I think you know, some of these videos may be, you know, not the best quality, but just, you know, maybe a little more rushed than I would like. But I would definitely like to think that, you know, come pre-season for 2017 and even the latter years or latter rounds of you know, this season, I'll be much more settled and, you know, get back to that routine that I had going there and more planned out videos and a bit more consistency. So bear with me. I feel like I've been preaching that for some time, but I'm just getting everything in order, and once I do, these videos will, you know, I'll have plenty of time to do them rather than something that I just try to remember and try to squeeze in and try to upload it in time. So we'll see how we go, but I do appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you guys had some good SuperCoach scores out there. No doubt it was a nice high scoring round, so we like those. All the best for your respective finals that you're in. Of course, it's an exciting time, and hopefully you got enough trades to work your way through a bit of injury, because, you know, we've already got one this week. No doubt we'll probably cop another couple in coming weeks, so hopefully you still got 2 or 3. One might even do you with a bit of good bench coverage. So thanks for sticking around. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you liked the video. Give us a comment, give us a like, and I'll be back later in the week.